Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, it says live. Oh, so, it's time to get nervous. Obviously, let me get my glasses on so I can see you guys a lot better and I can see everything else a lot better. Of course, this is Annie D. I am back on my sofa and I should have been on my purple sofa. But you know what? These are difficult times and I need to be near where my Wi-Fi is the strongest. So I'm sitting almost on my router there. So therefore, I'm on this black sofa. But when times change, things get better, I will do a shift. Oh God, lots of people in already. Ember Wild, good to know that you've joined in. Katuri, Sandeep, great to know that you're here. Well, this is Annie D. I'm speed dating tonight. It is Friday night. I am on the dials. I am on the hunt again. And of course, yes, I do this every Friday. And you may say that I am fickle, but you know what? That's my choice. It is my right to choose. And today it is about actor Vishwas Kini. Oh, yes, it is. And I am hoping that he's around. But before I get to him, Babs Mira, a wave to you. Mahi, good to know that you're in. Hi, how are you? Oh, Kadari, I am absolutely fine. Thank you so much for asking. Oh, it's nice to be welcomed on your own show. But this is what I like about this. Babs, hi. Oh dear. So slowly coming in. Good to know. Hello to you. Lots of people, lots of smiley faces as well. So I want to acknowledge the people that are in. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Hopefully it's going to be a good one, but it could be short and sweet because my guy has got, he's got places to go, he's got people to meet, and I am trying to get in there first. But as you know what, I'm going to try and get him, but bear with me. And I say this as a disclaimer every time I start my show. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Okay, the batti can go, the Wi-Fi can go, and that's why I have to keep I can't even put airplane mode on, okay? And of course, which means my mum could call too. So whatever happens, it doesn't matter what I'm doing in life, I'm going to have to pick up my mum and dad's call because that is first and foremost. And Ember, you've already got a question. I want to ask him what his relationship status is and his date of birth. Ember, he's my date for tonight. But once he shifts onto the next table, because we are speed dating, he's all yours, I promise, honestly. Google his arm. Oh, I know you. Good to know, Rakesh, that you're there. Oh dear. So I am going to try. I'm going to try touching those two faces. Let's see if it works. I am so scared of touching my phone because it could even drop off. And I will tell you, it has happened because when I was interviewing a Bollywood director on air, that is exactly what happened. So you know what? I own up to it. And Ember, thank you. Oh, that's good to know that you're okay about me passing him on. Oh, that's good. I love people who just love to share. Isn't that just nice? Okay, look, before I go on, right, I could go on, this is it. In fact, do I even need anyone on my table for the amount that I talk? No, let me try this. Let's see if it happens, see if it works. Is here. You know what? Why is it that the one person that I want is never on? Come on. You know what? If you're there, come on, Vishwas, come on, let's go with this. We're good to go. Lots of people are waiting for you to go on. They're asking for your phone number. They're asking for your date of birth. They're asking for everything they could put on that kundli. That's all I know, short of everything else, short of your Shivani size. So let's get on. So I'm going to get rid of this screen. And so Ember, by the way, Google doesn't have the answers for my question. I tried asking Google. Oh my God, ask Siri on the phone. You never know, Ember, honestly. Well, hopefully that your questions will be answered tonight. Okay, this is assuming this guy comes on. Sonal, good to know that you've joined in. A good wave to you as well. Okay, so, but I'm still waiting for Vishwas. And I have this Vishwas that he will be here. Oh no, I should be a comedian. I'm telling you, forget all this. I'm going to forget my day job. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, hang on a second. I will try again. Let's see if he is here. If he is not, it's just going to be me and you. I'm telling you now. It's going to be all of you lovely guys and girls on my table. And I'm just going to have to pick someone. It could be a blind date. Forget speed date. Oh, thank you, Sonal. Good Hindi there. Shukriya. Hang on. Oh, wait. Let me try again. Okay. I always have this problem. I think I am doing something wrong. Vishwas, if you can hear me, if you can see me, and if you can see all these lovely mentioned you in their story. What? Vishwas, why are you mentioning me in a story? Come in, or send me a request. That's what you need to do, because if I touch anything around here, Vishwas, I think it would go pear-shaped. So send me a sign. Michael, good to know that you're on. See, everyone else is on, Vishwas. So let's. Do you want to come off your story and just come to me? Let's see if you're there. No, I don't see you, but I do. You are on your story. As I said, I don't know. I'm not touching any other part of this phone because anything could happen. So you know what? While I wait for you, I'm going to chat with other people. Let me get to know these people that are on here. So tell me, who have I got? Oh, Dishab, good to know that you're in too. Yes, wait. Anshit, hey, how are you? Good to know that you're in. We're still waiting for Vishwas. And I said I have all the Vishwas in the world, and he will be here eventually. I think he's trying to send me signs on a story, but I wouldn't know where to go on this. I will end up going off live and then having to come back on again. And Anshit, as you know how much I can talk. We worked at Radio 1 together, so he knows exactly how much I can talk. But let me try this again. I'm going to try one more time. Hang on a second. Smithy, good to know that you're in too. Shivam, hey, hi, how are you doing? And I wish I could wave, but chances are my finger would go somewhere else, and I would touch something, and the screen would, go all over the place. So let me just put it into one place. Hang on a second. All right, where are all these people? So I know Vishwas is trying to do something. Vishwas, send me request if it's easier. I'm not quite sure how this will work, but you might just have to do this. What else? Okay, all these people are on here. Right, Vishwas, what can I say? So Shivam, hi. Yep, thank you. I've got the love hearts. I've got everything coming on. But I'm just wondering, is it for me? Yeah, I know. Googly Azam, your eyes are there. Even I am wondering where Vishwas is. I know he's around. And I've got a funny feeling that I'm jinxed when it comes to my show. How does everyone else get somebody on just like that? I'm just wondering, am I doing something wrong? So anyone who's a techie here, give me some advice, okay? Because I'm only ever going to touch those two faces that I'm supposed to, okay? And, last time with Samir, poor guy was waiting there, and I forgot to add him on after ages. Honestly, that was my bad, by the way. But let's see. Vishwas, seriously, it is 1808. See that as a lucky number. At least come on. Are you going to post this, Shah Bachwani? Am I going to post this? Of course I'm going to post this. Yeah, I post everything. I own everything that happens on it. Anything falling off, all my hitches and glitches, they're all owned by me. Okay, I have a let's try me, and I will send you a request. Shivam, that is so nice of you. You want me to put you on my table, but I'm saving my one space. As I said, it's social distancing. I have one chair. Yeah, I have one chair. And you know what? If you're in Bangkok, the funny thing is, if you go into a restaurant, the tables are all, I think, at 1 meter apart or more than that. And literally, they put a little, because you're going to be lonely, they put a panda on a chair beside you to give you company. And I'm telling you, it's a true story because I've written about it. So get on to my website, annied.in. I almost forgot there. And you can read all about it there. But it would be what's next to eat join. I guess I'm assuming you're a blogger. Okay, so hi to you. Jessel, hi to you. And you've got Samir Sawhney's DP on. So I'm thinking maybe it's not you. You're even waiting to see Vishwas. Yes, so am I. Can somebody just text him, please? And let him know that he should be here. So hang on a second. Let me check. Okay. No, he's still not on. He's taken longer than anyone else. Oh, dear. So he's taking his sweet time about it. That's all I know. As I said, he's got people to meet, places to go. And he better not have stood me up on this very first date, because it's a bad sign. And he's got my mum to answer to, because she thinks he's a sauna boy, right? Okay, he's looking good. But there you go. You may think there is a bit of an age gap, but you know what? Age is just a number, okay? yeah, where I'm concerned, it could be a big one, but I don't care. Okay, so I'm just going to do my thing, and I'm going to check it out. So where is this guy? Honestly, Vishwas, oh, who do I have to add? Oh no, oh God, who have I added? No, I can't add you. No, I've added the wrong. Oh, Babs, I've added you by mistake. I'm so sorry. Okay, see, I told you, I could go anything. I could do anything in this place. Where are you, for goodness sake? How do I get you off? Oh, look. I've got you off. I've learned something. Babs, you're the reason why I've learned something new today. If I add someone by mistake, if you press it again, I can unadd you. Right, okay. I'm just wondering if there's a search here. Where are you, Vishwas? You have to come at some point, I'm afraid. There's no point. You know what? Are you guys scaring this young guy? He is a bit of a young one. Yeah, he's rather lovely. He's a sight for sore eyes. But I'm just wondering where he is. And has he done a runner? Because he's suddenly got cold feet. I don't know. Now, this will be a first for me. Okay. So, but then again, I have, with Samir, I had to come off and then come back on again. But that was because I am technologically, no, I'm not proficient at all. I'm a loser when it comes to technology, as you can see. I bet you I'm supposed to be doing something that I'm not. But I swear, you know what, K 94.3 Radio 1, you sent me the link and I have followed the link and it is not doing what it's supposed to. So where are you, K? Help me out here. Okay, if anyone else knows what to do, let me know. Where is my guy? Unless he's going by a different name, I don't know, because his mum has found out he's coming on a blind date with me. Oh dear, where is he? Right, lots of people on. Manasa, good to know that you're here. Karthik, good to see you on as well. I'm seeing all these lovely people and I'm tempted. I would love to bring you on, but I wouldn't know how to end it and then bring somebody else on. I'm not that tech savvy. So if somebody knows, I could do it. I'll try it. I'm game for a laugh as well. As you know, it's a laugh and a joke on my show all the time, honestly. And this is where it starts, when people are late coming in. Vishwas, which time zone? I'm sure I put 6 o'clock IST, which means Indian Standard Time. So which time zone are we working on? Or is this 6 o'clock Indian time? Where are you, Vishwas? Honestly, I even reminded you what's happening, what's wrong with you. Don't tell me you're charging your phone. There are things that I would do, okay? In fact, that was one thing that I did do. Once I forgot to even charge my phone and my AirPods. But, such is life. It can only happen to me. As I said, I'm not a professional. So I'll try again. Honestly, so you guys are with me. Good to know that you're giving me a bit of support here. Right, okay, guys, I'm going to have to talk to you guys because you're going to have to give me a bit of company. So it's date night tonight. So guys and girls, what do you look for in a partner? Okay, so for me right now, it's someone who's punctual. That for me right now is top of the list. So if there's any other ideas, you let me know. It'd be nice to know. And maybe I could ask the question because they're obviously important ones to ask. So I might just write them down. Okay. So now I've taken all my comments down. Have I done that? Or did they just come down themselves? So I know. So somebody could comment so I know that I haven't taken away the comment panel. Oh dear. And it says comment there. Does that mean I can write in there and send it off to you? And believe me, if I can't even manage a live interview, there's no way that I'm commenting. I think I'll just probably say hi and stuff like that. So where are you, Vishwas? Honestly, what is happening with you? Okay, so, Kinjal, good to know that you're in as well. Simran, good to know that you're in. So hi to you. Oh dear. So who else is there? Hang on a second. Did I miss anyone out? I don't want to. So when you go live with someone who can watch their live videos, we'll be able to watch it too. Oh, maybe Vishwas, come on. Let's do this. Seriously. Honestly. This is speed dating. How do I get to the other guys on these other tables? Seriously. Honestly, someone give me advice on what to do while I'm speed dating. What am I supposed to do? What happens? Does it all happen on time? Do you only have a minute on a table? Do you have only do you have what? Can you actually, do you have to ring a bell or something? I think somebody said, I should keep my bell here actually. When it's time over, I should just ring that goddamn bell, shouldn't I? So if anyone's been on a speed date, everyone's ever dated and they've been stood up, you know what, give me some company. Tell me I want you to share your stories because now I have one. Honestly. So Vishwas, though, I can't see your message. I know you've put it on story, but I wouldn't know what to do with that story, honestly. I'm not changing anything. I'm not going to anything. Chances are I'll probably change the direction of my video, and all you'll ever see is the view outside my balcony, because I wouldn't know how to bring it back. So there you go. So I may need to like go back and come back again. And that's the last thing I want to do, because it takes me ages to get on. You should see the system that I have just to be able to do a live video. I'm that rubbish, honestly. Seriously, I've had to move rooms so that I'm right next to it. Okay, so mom, no, it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. Mandap pe time se aayega ki no, mom. Honestly, I'm sorry. She's messaging. So she's already thinking ahead. What is it with mothers? They're always 10 steps ahead of us, honestly. But it's about the here and now, because we like to take it easy. This is why nowadays we like to speed date. We want to check out the guy. We just don't listen to our moms and dads anymore, right? So look at me. I'm at this age and I'm still looking. But you know what? It's the fun in trying. That's what it is. So let's see. What do I do? Vishwas, where are you, for goodness sake? Guys, if I touch that taggy thing, what would happen? Does anyone know? Because I'm almost scared to touch it. All right. So Vishwas, send me a request if that's what you can do. If there is an issue getting on. I know there was an issue for Samir Soni last time as well. It could be me. I take it all back and I apologize. It could be me. Chances are it is. And if there is an issue with connection, I am going to have to come out and come back in again. So all of you guys are just going to have to stay put, so around my table, and make sure that, you save my space as well before anybody. Oh, look, hang on a second, guys. I'm going to have to shift that screen. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, he's messaging. Vishwas, come on. You're messaging me on WhatsApp. Just come on. That's all I'm saying. All right, where are you? Okay, so we're having a chat without you guys, which is not the point of a live interview, okay? So, let's see, Vishwas, oh God, there you go, at last, honestly, seriously, are you going to come on? Is it going to take time? I see lots of love hearts coming up on the side. Vishwas, you kept me waiting.
I was waiting for you. I thought you were going to let me know when to come in, so I was waiting for your message. Then I was like, I think it's 4:16. I just messaged you quickly.
Yeah, I'm wondering who was late, me or you. Now I'm confused. I'm telling you, my mum was getting worried that you were late.
I'm sorry if it's me who's late. I'm sorry, but I thought because from the conversation that we had, I thought you were going to let me know when to come in, and then I jump in.
Oh, you're so
I was
obedient,
like, where is
Vishwas.
that message? Thank you very much.
See, I like a guy like you. So do you think this is going to be the future? So you're gonna just do my bidding. I like this in a guy. Do you think that works in a relationship?
I think it's important. Doesn't matter if it's a relationship or if it's whatever. It's important to be honest.
Oh, look,
Isn't that true?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you something. Ember is there, right? And Ember wants to know what your date of birth is and everything. And I said, wait, he's mine for the evening. And once we're done speed dating on my table, I'm going to shift you over to her. So just beware. She could be chasing.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Yeah, look, you know what, Vishwas? It is Friday night. I'm speed dating. You're my date tonight. At last. It's good to have you on. Fantastic
Thank you so much.
stuff. Now, listen, forget the time. I know, I'm doing a bit of research and I know a bit of your background. Engineering. Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true? Oh, my God. And you were thinking of doing an MBA? You were also doing engineering? And you're still thinking because you've just frozen. It could be your connection.
No, I'm thinking, where should I start? Because it's a long story. My parents wanted me to be an engineer initially. I actually I really like cars and motorcycles, and I always wanted to be an automotive engineer. I wanted to design all that. But then engineering did not work out. I was supposed to go to England and study there, but that didn't work out. And then I was very confused. That's where a state of confusion started at a very young age. And I just started, I basically slipped from the path that I had, created for myself.
Yeah.
I slipped off course. And then a lot of contemplation happened for a couple of years. But I did my graduation. I studied commerce for 3 years. And
Wow.
then slowly I decided of getting into arts, and then
Yeah. God, it's quite a gradual process, isn't it? I must say. But listen,
it sounds gradual.
it sounds it took a long time. When you're living
Yeah.
it, it's a long time, isn't it? But listen, from what I could see and what I could hear, your parents seem to be okay with this. They weren't saying "अरे क्या सोच रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो?" They apparently they were quite supportive. Is that true?
Yes, and it's not that they were not worried. It's just
Yeah.
that they'd seen me jumping so many different hobbies and,
Yeah.
career paths that now, like, I was skeptical for myself when I thought of
Yeah.
pursuing acting. So I was like,
Mm.
how am I going to do this? So I went to Bombay for a month. That's how I
Yeah.
initially broke it down to my parents. I was like, I want to go do a theater workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Bombay and I did a theater workshop. I wanted to be sure that if it's something that I really want to jump in, because
Yeah.
this was going to be a major decision of,
Mm.
shifting to Bombay and pursuing something like that.
Mm.
But it was very interesting. It was very thrilling.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, so no, I like your parents. I like the fact that they seem quite flexible, quite open-minded, and I like this in possible in-laws. I like this, so they won't
Well,
mind this age difference. And Vishwas, you're pressing all these special effects, which is
well, it's a speed date. Why not?
this is true.
How do you
That's
like
right.
this one?
Oh, that's good.
I'm sorry.
Electrifying.
I'm
It's
sorry.
electrifying. That is good. That's good.
You're getting
I
the
don't
hint.
know. Yeah. I'm feeling the vibes. That's what I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Great.
But listen, so this creative streak, it wasn't sudden. It's not something that you fell out of bed and thought, yeah, this is what I want to do. Yeah, it was kind of a pretty kind of a gradual step. As you said, it took time, which to me seems natural. So how easy was it then to get into Bollywood? It's not like you just packed your bags one day and said, okay, mum, dad, I'm off. And it happened. So how easy
Yeah.
was, oh, did it happen like that? I could be.
No, well, I went suddenly. I just basically finished my graduation and I wanted to go to Bombay. So I never told my parents that I want to be an actor. I never told them I want to get into Bollywood and do. I told
Naughty
them
boy.
I told them I want to do a job in journalism. I said I want to be I want
Respectable.
mass media and journalism. And I
Yeah.
said Bombay is a great place for that. And now that I know
Yeah.
the city, I'm sure my father knew what I was talking about. It's just that we never had a direct conversation back then.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my
And
God.
so I went to Bombay. I had a friend there who I went and stayed with,
Yeah.
and I started doing theater. I just thought like I need to know the job first. I need to school myself, right?
Yeah.
So, and Bollywood was never initially a goal. I mean, there's no way, for me, I could never chart a path
Yeah.
to do a Bollywood film. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it was like the initial years were pretty random. So I just thought that I learn everything about filmmaking and
Mm-hmm.
then see what I'm good at and what I want to
Mm.
do.
Mm.
So I basically did theater just for a month, and then
Mm.
because the theater group that I joined was very
Mm.
slow, so
Yeah.
that was like, and I was working really fast in my head.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
That phone call was just a couple of months away where they'd call me and say, come back.
Yeah.
So I had to just get something.
Yeah.
But from there to getting the first major film was
How long did it
6
take?
years. 6 years.
6 years. Gosh, but hang on a second. So I want to know, was there money coming in? Is your dad still thinking you're doing you're a journalist at this point? Or did he realize at some point, come on? I mean,
No, he did that's what I'm telling you. We never had that direct conversation, but he always knew, like he knew I went and joined a theater group, and he knew like what I was up to, because the first great thing that happened was he knew, like the parents know, but like
yeah, this is true. Oh my God. ये बंदा हर महीना पैसा क्यों मांग रहा है भाई? ये job कर रहा है कि क्या कर रहा है? This is
that
probably
was
that could have been
6
the dead
months.
giveaway. That was 6
Yes,
months.
but for a city like Bombay, even if I got an intern job as a mass
Yeah.
media, which I actually looked for, but I didn't get any.
Yeah.
Even then my dad, so he was just basically sending money until I found a job.
Okay, fine.
And so I did get a job. I got a job in the casting department of
Oh,
Vishwas
fair
Films,
enough.
which was a
So,
proper paid job.
wow, that's still good.
And It was great. It was fabulous
Yeah.
because from the gates of YRF where we used to go
Mm.
and inquire about auditions.
Yeah.
The same evening I got the job. I was in the fifth floor with Shahid Kapoor and Aditya Chopra. So for me, that was a game-changing day. Like that
So
day just changed my perspective of Bollywood.
yeah. So no, I'm telling you, I bet your mum was doing puja. I said, ab mil jayega, ab mil jayega. I think that's what did it. No, but
She's
listen,
still
also,
doing that.
but seriously, what was it like when you got your first break? What was it Punjab 1984? Have I got the
Punjab
year right?
1984. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So how was that?
yes.
What was that like when you landed that one?
It was the first thing I went through
Don't
was really, I
understate it.
was, you can't. I mean, you just can't understate it. It's one of the
Yeah.
biggest events in an actor's life,
Yeah.
getting, the first film.
Yeah.
Uh, I think I was relieved, first of all,
Yeah.
because I was
Okay.
like, by that time, as an actor, like, you just don't know if it's like getting a degree but not getting a job and a lot of
Yes.
time in between,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? You have a degree and then for a couple of
Yeah.
years, you're just not getting a job. So you don't know,
No, I get
like,
them.
if you're meant for this job, if you'll be able to do
Yeah.
it, if you're good at it. And then you finally get it. And the first thing you do is you call your parents and tell them, I have a job.
Yeah, that's the
I have
bit,
a
isn't
good
it?
job. Yeah,
मम्मी
yeah.
हाँ, मेरा पूजा सफल हो गया मम्मी कह रही
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you didn't really go to an official acting school, so how did you then
I,
prepare for that role, because that movie got a national award was it regional for best regional
yeah, for the
film, am I
best regional
correct?
film. That's right. Yeah,
How did that
2014.
happen? Because usually when a film gets an award, it's the whole team doing well, and you didn't have any
That's
official
true.
acting experience. So how did you prepare for that one then?
I did have some, I had a lot of theater experience by
Theatre.
then. I had basically understood what I'll now call the basics of being an actor.
Mm,
How to get a script and try to perform it as honestly as you can.
yeah,
And if you're cast in the right part,
yeah,
chances are that it'll turn out fairly well. And that's
yeah.
exactly what happened with that film.
Mm,
That character was very close to, my age and how I am in
yeah.
real life and, his way of talking, etc. So
Mm,
my job was basically just to make sure that the emotion that I'm portraying is true.
yeah.
And the
So,
director was very helpful. Like he's a fabulous director to work with.
oh, fantastic. And then, of course, you had Ragdesh and you have Battalion. So the kind of historical, political kind of movies. Am I correct in saying that? Is that the kind of genre
Yes.
that you were interested in? Did you kind of choose that kind of
To be
a
very
story?
honest with you, I have never seen myself in a particular genre. I could
Yeah.
never do that. I could never picture myself like if I want to be a romantic actor or a serious actor or etc. etc.
Mm,
I just basically get very intrigued by directors.
yeah. Oh,
I'm
I see.
fascinated
Okay.
by directors, and I
Yeah.
really have this fascination of working with great directors
Yeah.
because that experience like is fabulous of working with a great director. Like the
Yeah.
learning and how after a while you can literally feel them playing you like an instrument that they're really good at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, Tigmanshu Dhulia and
Yeah.
Anurag Singh and Imtiaz Sir now,
Yeah. Oh,
Shashank,
yeah.
they
Yeah.
were all just like basically different musicians
Yeah.
playing the same instrument, but
Mm.
very differently.
Very
So
differently.
every time you get to learn something new about yourself when you work with a fabulous director. And that's a
Right. Okay.
fabulous journey for me.
Right. So tell me this. So how long? So when do you start choosing? So now your interest, you've got the choice. I guess what it is, you're at the beginning of your career, so the chances are you're going to have various directors that you'll be going to. You'll be cast for different movies. But when do you actually get to choose a movie of your choice then? So when is it about the movie and the story?
Well, every time. I mean, every time they offer you a part,
Mm.
you have the option of saying no to it.
Yeah, but
So
realistically, are you gonna say no though?
you do say no to a couple of them,
Hmm.
maybe because you don't like the kind of vision the director has,
Yeah.
or basically, you just don't like the way your part has been written,
Yeah.
or the film has been written. I mean, these are
Yeah.
just the basic some, and very rarely you get to meet a person that you're just like, in the space that I am in right now in life, I
Yeah.
can't work with this person. So, that's very
Ooh.
rare. But usually,
Yeah.
like, because it's all, I think it's all, for me, it's all heart to heart.
Yeah.
If I'm working with the director, there really has to be, I can't have barriers. I'm like really open with my director once I start working with him
Yeah.
or her.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's very important that, they understand me really well so that I can open up to them.
Mm. So you've been
And
rather lucky though, haven't you? I mean,
I
because there are a lot
have,
of people
yes,
who, yeah, so because a lot of people
absolutely,
wouldn't have that choice and they wouldn't be in that
absolutely,
mindset. It's like jo mil jaye kar le. Because at the end of the
absolutely.
day, at the beginning, is it about kind of gaining a presence before you can do anything else? Is that
Yes.
what it's about?
But yeah, in the first couple of years, there's not much choice. Like
Yeah.
that's what that's how I'm saying I'm so lucky that the first film that was ever offered to me
Yeah.
was a film that eventually won a national award,
Yeah, I know. Amazing stuff.
right? And I had no clue what the film is. Like basically the director and his wife, they just called me home and they told them that they're making this really special film and they want me
Yeah.
to do a part in it. And because they were very close to me as a family, I said
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So
No,
I've been really lucky. I've been really lucky.
oh no, brilliant stuff, honestly. I mean, so now, you know what? Veere the wedding. Look at this. I mean,
Yeah.
Sonam Kapoor, your love interest. I mean, how did you feel when that came up, honestly, on your plate? Did it
It
come on
was
your plate,
fabulous.
literally?
I have to ask you a question. Now,
Yeah,
I
go
know
on.
this is a special date. Would you be
Yeah.
okay if I go and reply to some of the people who are messaging?
Please, yes, go on. Because I tell you, I've lost the
Because
messages. I don't know
it's
what to
your
do.
date. It's
Yeah,
your
it is
date.
my day.
So I
Yeah,
have
no,
to ask
please
you.
do. Hey, look,
Yes.
I'm very generous with my time and my men.
Who? I'm gonna keep that on record. This is on
Yeah.
record now. It's on video.
Yes, it
Amber
is.
Weil wanted to know what my date of birth is, right? My
Yes,
date of
yes.
birth is 5th February 1988. I
Oh,
am
look
an
at this.
Aquarian, if that's what she's. And hi, Amber.
Oh, Amber, you
Hi,
just
hi.
carry on there. Forget me.
Yeah, let's just quickly just give them
Yeah,
our
yeah,
shout out.
please. Yeah, I've lost my messages. I think maybe I have to check out my question mark. I've lost my messages.
Yes.
So I'm not
Wow.
touching anything. It's time for you to do it.
Shivam knows I had a band in school, college, so that's really good. Thank you,
Oh,
Shivam. You're right.
and shipping what stays in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Sorry. Oh
That's
dear.
right.
Who else? And what else is there? What else is happening that I need to know? My
Well,
my competitors are out there. I can
I
see
mean,
it.
Nirali wants to know when are you going to be my date? I'm waiting.
Oh, look at that.
Nirali.
When he finishes with me, for goodness sake, you know what? Let it happen.
Okay. Hi,
Okay.
everyone. Archana,
Oh,
hi. Simran, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Okay.
okay.
So, Veere the Wedding was a fabulous, like, that was a gift from the universe, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
I was supposed to do another film with Ria,
yeah.
which got shelved.
Mm,
And because of that film, Ria already knew me and they called me for a test.
yeah,
And that was, to be honest, when you asked me how I felt when I got my first film, I
yeah.
believe like Veere was the kind of film that,
Mm,
we actors were constantly looking for that film.
yeah,
That is that one film that puts you on the map. That is the one film
yeah.
that everybody in the industry is going to watch.
It did. It did.
Yeah. So and I knew that the moment I got it, I knew it. And when I got that film, that is the day like I thanked Bombay for
Yeah.
accepting me.
Okay.
Like I was like, the motherland is finally like she's
Yeah.
giving back to me
Accepted
now.
me.
Like I've yeah. I've spent enough time telling her that I deserve this. So
No.
even that phone call with my parents, I still remember. Like that was a very special phone call when I told them that something like this is I've been cast opposite Sonam Kapoor,
I know. Oh my
So
God.
that was very, very big. Yeah.
So
Very
what was
special
it like
moment.
though? No, look, just between you and me. Forget everyone else, right? So let's
Yeah.
just between you and me. What was it like working with four divas? Honestly, seriously. I know your role, your girlfriend was just sort of Kapoor. What was it like? Just between you
I
and me.
was nervous. I was very nervous. I was nervous because in my head, like it was my first time
Yeah,
working with such big stars. Like
yeah.
I'd met them here and there during, while I was working as an AD, or, I was doing a lot of behind the camera jobs.
Yeah.
It was the first time where I was also an actor on set. So I really just, I was very cautious of, how I'm talking, and if
Oh, it's like
I
a
was,
first
I was
date
careful not to say too much. Yeah, it was like a first date.
with 4 women.
Yeah, with 4 women. But I had met Swara, and I had met Shikha earlier.
Yeah.
The director called us for a dinner at home, so I had
Yeah.
a little rapport with them. But
Hmm.
Sonam and Karina, I'd met them on set, and they
Yeah.
were just too sweet. In the first 2 days, like, they just made me feel at home, and
Oh, great.
that really helped.
Yeah.
Bandari was a very confident character.
He was
I
funny.
just
He
I
made
could
me
not
laugh.
afford to be. Yeah, I couldn't afford to be nervous on set. So I was like, I can't do this.
But
But
you were playing a Delhi
that's fine.
boy. You had to be confident. You had to be with it.
Confident. Yeah,
Yeah,
oblivious.
exactly. Yeah, this is it.
Oblivious of
You're
the
dancing
oblivious
here
of
and
the
there,
world
running off.
around. Absolutely.
But is there a
Yeah.
bit of Bandari in you? Is that? Do you think there
Of
is a? Is there?
of course. I
Okay,
mean, they
ladies.
do come out of you. Like, I mean, I can't differentiate.
Yeah.
They do come out of you, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of Bandari that has
Yeah.
stayed with me, which was
Okay.
not
Oh. Oh.
earlier,
Okay.
right?
Oh.
And that
Oh.
also
Like
happens
what?
with certain characters.
No, I have to know what part stayed with you. Now you
Uh,
said it. Now you got to tell me.
like being proud of who you are,
Okay.
being
Fair enough.
totally proud of who you are. Like that, really, that's something that I was like, and the fact that people like so much of that about him.
They did.
People
I
love the
did.
fact that, he's so confident of who he is everywhere. Like, he'll stand
Yeah.
the way he stands everywhere. He talks the way he talks to people.
Yeah.
And people love that. And Vishwas was sort of careful,
Mm.
about certain things that people might like this, people might not. That's also a thing that happens to you because you're an actor, and,
Yeah.
every time you're sitting with the director, they're like subconsciously just scanning you, like the kind of person
Yeah.
you are, the way you talk, etc., etc. And you're just trying to filter things, with
Mm.
people after a while, and you don't even know it.
Mm.
But with Bhandari, I was like, this guy is really cool. Like, there are no filters. He is who he is, and people
Yeah.
just can, think whatever they want to think. They eventually fell in love with him.
Mm. So does a role allow you to be somebody else then? Is that what you're saying? Without you
That's
being criticized or anything?
that's the job.
Yeah.
Your job as an actor is to just portray what's on the script without filtering it,
Yeah, fair enough.
without putting your own filters on it.
Mm.
And every character for me is basically different filters,
Yeah.
you
So
know.
what did your mum think of that role? What did your mum think of Bandari
But
then?
she loved him. She loved him.
She did. All
She
right, look.
loved him.
Itte saalon ka puja, right? I'm telling you, she's going to love everything that you do because mums love, it doesn't matter what you do. It could be good or bad. Your mums will still love everything that you do and they'll love you. That's the thing. So, but listen, you then, of course, you did a TV, I'm not going to say web series. I'll tell you why, because there are some people who don't like people saying web series. Digital has been out for years. So I'm going to call it a TV series. Okay.
Okay.
Just to be sensitive. So then, of
Okay.
course, she came along.
Yes.
Something completely different, a bit dark, if you don't mind me saying. And I'm thinking, Bishwas, is that a bit of you in Fernandez as well? Was there a bit of you
Oh,
there?
of
If you do.
course.
Oh, okay. Very.
Oh,
Oh, that
yes.
sounds interesting. So, what did you feel when that character came along? Now, that was really serious, and I'll tell you why I found that one interesting. Forget that it was dark. Maybe we're a bit all perverse
Yeah.
that way, but it's
Yeah.
funny that the bad guys became lovable, and then the good guys
True.
became almost the negative kind of characters in there. I don't know how that worked out, but it did.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to happen, or did it just
That's
occur?
that. Well, so far from what we've seen in season one, that's the format, right?
Yeah.
Basically the show
Yeah.
is about that girl, the transformation of that
Yeah.
girl, how she transforms from that, the
Yeah.
constable that she was to this totally different person that she becomes towards the end. So because we're
Yeah.
following her perspective in the story, so the perspectives of
Mm.
everyone, that, like, you see, we are basically seeing Fernandez from her perspective, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So I think towards the end, that's the way the show has been designed.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a
And
bit of you like throwing a girl into it, allowing her to get beaten up and stuff like that because it's character building.
well, to be honest, there's a bit of me doing his job well
Okay, fair enough.
and doing it well. That's how I see
Okay.
it.
Okay. Ladies, honestly, it's only a laugh and a joke. Honestly, you've got to, wonder why he's still good potential, okay? But listen, I have to ask you, when I was watching that, how could you lose your colleague? How could you let her just go into a boat, honestly, without any connection?
Well, country
Honestly.
comes first.
I see. Oh,
Country
okay.
before
Okay.
friendships
I thought
and
he was a
colleagues.
star. No, but now,
That's what Fernandez would say.
yeah. Oh, okay. And there's a bit of Fernandez in you as well. Okay, and that's what
Of
Vishwas
course.
is saying as well. Oh, I like your confidence. But listen, like you said, you've had the opportunity to work with different directors. So, let's go through one. So, what was it difficult? So, when you went from one to the other, did you have to unlearn certain techniques and then learn others, or were you just adding to yourself? Do certain directors prefer certain types of acting?
Yes, all of them are, most of them are different.
Yeah,
Most of them just, uh, but every director has his own way of directing you,
yeah,
and they also have their own taste of,
yeah,
the kind of cinema that they're making, that the basically
yeah.
also that the project requires.
Mm,
So then, so you achieve what you have to achieve on set
mm,
by basically coming into a nice rhythm with the director. It's a back
mm,
and forth, and that rhythm
yeah,
it changes from scene to scene, film to
mm,
film, director to director, and that's what's
yeah,
beautiful about this job. That
yeah,
every day you just don't have to go say lines. You
mm,
have to do this rhythmic, vibe dance with
yeah.
everyone on set. That's the creative
Sounds a
dance
bit.
that we do.
It sounds fun. It sounds fun,
That
Vishwas. Honestly,
I'm sure to you it does.
honestly. So I'm going to ask you a difficult question. So I'm going to put it very nicely. So which one do you think really kind of tickled your fancy? So, oh yeah, I like his style. Any particular one?
Any particular character?
No, your director.
Yeah,
Yeah, which
director.
one? Yeah,
I really enjoyed jamming with Imtiaz Ali.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
There's, when you work with him, you realize you see a film like Highway, and then you're thinking, how can someone achieve something like this, right? It's like a
Yeah.
mystery. It's like you think that how can this be possible? And then you sit in a simple discussion with him, which
Mm.
generally starts from something very random about life or the weather or something. And then it suddenly becomes very personal without you even knowing it.
Yeah.
And then from there, he gives you an example of how this personal value of yours matches
Mm.
with this personal scene and the way this character thinks. And you
Mm.
never forget that. So,
Yeah.
that jamming that
Yeah.
is just is how suddenly the whole process becomes so personal and
Yeah.
your
Lovely.
intuition becomes strong.
Yeah.
So I don't know how
Yeah.
much sense I'm making here,
No,
but
no, no, no. I was going to say actually that you very nicely broken it down. You've really thought about your whole journey in all of this. And
yes.
it's not just something that is just the airy fairy. You've really thought about this. I think there's spiritualness coming out of it. But I like that in a guy too. That's good for the future. But which has been your favorite role, do you think, up to date? Say
All
it.
of them. I mean, I
Say it.
how I don't know on what basis should I differentiate between them. All of
Gut.
them
Your
have given
gut.
me something beautiful. No, but then cut about what? I mean,
I know
if
feeling. Oh wait,
which
what
one
was
I
the one that
enjoyed the
okay.
most doing, I
Yes,
enjoyed all of them.
yes. Oh,
Yes,
come
plus
on. You
all of
can't
them.
sit on the
But
fence.
we are on the fence in life. We're actors. I think Bhandari would be something that just surprised me the most.
Okay.
That character surprised me, and that stays with you.
Okay. So here's a question that takes you off the fence. So if there was a
Hmm.
role
that you would want to get your teeth into? What kind of a role would that be? And if there's anyone, potential director out there listening, this could be the moment. Okay, so what kind of a role do you think would be really juicy for you? You think, yeah, I'd love to do that. Okay.
I think right now I would really like to do some sort of a project. I'm not particularly a role, but where a project where my character in some way helps people connect with themselves more. That stands at a very high priority for me in life right now. And so I think my enthusiasm of executing something like that would be really high right now. I also feel that's what we need around us a lot.
Yeah.
So I think cinema has to take the slight turn where it starts helping us really understand what's really important in life.
Right. And you say right now. So, I mean, obviously this time with lockdown and everything has given us a lot of time to think. Now, and obviously look deep within ourselves, if you haven't already, Vishwas, by the looks of it. But are you the same person today that came out of lockdown on the first day?
No. I'm not. I think we still have a sort of lockdown going on here, but the person who got into the lockdown is not the person who's coming out of it.
Right. So how would you say that you've changed? Is it something that you want, what you're striving for, the way you would do things? What's changed?
I think a lot of clarity. There's been a lot more clarity about what is really important and essential in life. And this is the first break as an actor that I've got where I've not thought about work.
Yeah.
Halfway into the lockdown, I realized that this is the first time, as long as I can remember, 12 years into this industry, 10, 11. And in these 11 years, there was never a time when you're subconsciously not thinking of work. Either there's an audition that you have to prepare for, either you're shooting, either there's a script that you have to read, either you're thinking of, what director's making what, and, what's happening here, what's happening there. And I think whenever something like that is constantly going on in your head, you can't say that you're at peace.
Yeah. Okay.
And for the first time in the last 11 years, I think this lockdown gave me some real peace. I was
some
peaceful.
Positive stuff. No, that's nice. I mean, it's lovely to hear at least a positive story in this, in light of current events. Is there any advice? So if there's some aspiring actors, is there any advice you would give to them at the moment? I mean, they could be listening in right now. Anything that they should really put in their basket and think about if they're thinking of coming into the industry?
Well, I'll tell them what worked for me. And I think that advice would sort of, stand some ground. One is that you should really know your job.
Yeah.
If you don't know your job well, you will be nervous on set, and the chances of you being called back would be lesser. And that for me is failure.
Yeah.
So it's good to know your job. It's good to know, at least provide what the director wants you to provide. That's all.
Okay.
It's not important to go surprise everyone like Nawaz Bhai does with every take.
Yeah. No,
right?
Fair
so
enough.
it's better to know your job. And the second is, there's another very important thing that I feel actors should really know. They should understand ambition, and they should be very clear with what their ambition is.
Yeah.
Is your ambition to become a movie star and have crores of people following you, or is your ambition to be really good at what you do and through that work bring about some change in the world? The latter gave me a lot of sense of peace. Again, I'll tell you.
No, brilliant stuff.
I had the first one for a long time where I really wanted to be someone really big, etc., etc. And I had these goals of fascinating people with just being famous for who I am.
Yeah.
And that had a lot of stress value to it for me. Six-pack abs and, the sightings, wear certain kind of clothes, be a celebrity, basically. And that's not, but to be honest, that's not who I am. That's why, it didn't suit me well. But I very soon understood that this is peer pressure that I'm getting into.
Yeah.
And as soon as I realized the other part of it, acting is a fabulous profession. Filmmaking is, you're lucky if you get to do it. But if you're chasing something which has no essential value a couple of years later, then I think you're wasting your time. So this basically would be my advice, to do this job and stay happy in it.
Right, no, fair enough. But you know what? I mean, we have changed in this situation. Do you think Bollywood would ever be the same? I mean, the reports show that, you know, it'll take 2 years to recover. It's lost $330 million. This, that, and the other news everywhere. Do you think Bollywood will ever be the same as it ever was?
I don't think the world will be same. I'll start from people. I don't think people are going to be the same now. So if people will change, everything will change. Your dealings will change, the way you're in supermarkets will change, the way you're interacting, interviews will change, they'll become online, the way people are working will change. So obviously that'll have a ripple effect on Bollywood as well. You know, the kind of shows and movies, etc., that we make now will change, because the people who are making it, obviously, you know, directors are really sensitive. So, you know, if you're putting a person as sensitive as, you know, Imtiaz Sir or Anurag Kashyap through this long lockdown, I don't think the way they write will not have any effect. Like, I think the writings will change. I think people are more connected there. They understand the value of life at least a little more than what they did a couple of months later.
So if you're not doing Bollywood, what would be your next profession that you're thinking? If you're not doing movies. Very good. You're not thinking like that. Okay, you haven't got that far in your thoughts yet.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
But I think of this as a little differently. I think maybe the amount of work will decrease. If the amount of work is decreasing, that means I might not be earning as much as I'm earning. So how can I spend lesser and compensate?
Okay, fair enough.
So basically, I think that's an easy change to make.
No, fair enough. Now, some lasting thoughts.
So, very heavy conversations.
I know.
For a first date.
I know, but you've got to get out these questions out at the beginning, right? I need to know the person. Now, see, my mum's already sent me a message. I'm okay. Absolutely. My mum she sent me a message. Okay, she says, "लड़का बहुत सुंदर है और वो लंदन आ सकता है कि नहीं." All right. And आ सकता है तो उसको कौन से फूल पसंद है? Oh, don't worry. She's just thinking mala. She's thinking mandap. So, you know, she just wants to know what kind of flowers you like, that kind of stuff. But this is what mothers do. I'm telling you. So what type of flowers do you like?
What type of flowers?
She lives in London.
Okay.
You know, this is every mum's question. She's doing the detail that matters to her, okay? But listen, you know, Vishwas, you know, good stuff. But if you, you know, this pandemic has taught us everything. Recent events, as you know, I want to give it due respect, but I don't want to talk about it too much. People are still grieving. Has taught us a lot as well. So if you had to create a hashtag today, and the way you're feeling, what would it say? What hashtag would you create? Yeah, we're all getting heavy here.
Yeah, but I think I've developed a new habit, and that has really been helping me clear things out. I've started going for a walk.
Okay, so is that going to be a hashtag?
When, you know, that's I think a great go for a walk.
Go for a walk. Okay.
Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Spend some time with yourself. You know, no music, no cell phones. And when you go for a walk, you actually start noticing all the trees around you. There are people. There are, you know, in India we have a lot of dogs. You know, so you see some of them are thirsty. Give them some water. I think it's great to just leave your worries aside for a while and see where nature is worried, because nature is really worried with a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
So I think we should. That's a little bit of that responsibility. If we take up, we'll really start feeling that our shit is not really, it doesn't matter that much.
It ain't that
as much as this stuff. It ain't that big.
Yeah, I know. It's happening. It's a new thing every day that I'm trying to cope with here.
Absolutely.
Right. You know what,
Vishwas?
You've been absolutely brilliant. You know, for a man who didn't want to talk, for a man who was not talking to anybody, right? You did. Oh my God,
I've this whole time in the lockdown, and she released at a time when all this was happening.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
my
you've been
sister is
fantastic.
saying no music, no cell phones, because I usually go for a walk with some music on. So
Yeah.
she's like,
But
what the
online
thought?
dating. Yeah, but online dating. No, but
No,
you've been a
no
fan.
dating. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Ember. I'm sorry, Ember. It's obviously not moving away from this point. But you know, Vishwas, you've been absolutely fantastic. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, and thank you so much to the listeners. You've been brilliant. You know, you've heard this
Yes.
conversation between Vishwas and myself. My mum has been a
Yes.
part of it, and she has been my greatest supporter, asking the right questions. I'm telling you. But you know, and if you want, or if you want to read anything more about this, then do get onto my website, annied.in. You can read about it, listen to me, check in every Monday, every Friday. I've got something special for you on Monday as well. So make sure you are here. Vishwas,
So
love
sweet.
you. I love you.
Thank you.
Honestly,
Same
you've been
here.
fab. Thank you so much for being here this evening. And I will say, have a great evening ahead. Go walking.
The the next date is in London with a bottle of wine, and your mother should make
Absolutely.
rajma if she's coming.
Okay. Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely. If you get to second base.
Yes. Can I say a quick
Yeah,
thank you to certain people? Is that
absolutely.
okay? Nirmal
Absolutely.
Sisodia, thank you. Aditi DL, thank you. These are family. They're always here to support me, which is very
Oh.
sweet. Smriti Gaur, Jissy, Vish Daya, thank you so much. Girl from Himachal. I love
Ooh.
Himachal. Thank you. Neha, Googs Gurpreet is a fabulous writer. I
Ooh.
think you should take him on a date the next Friday.
All right.
He
Okay.
writes some amazing poems. I will send you his ID. You
Organize it.
should send him a
Yeah,
message.
yeah. Tell
He
him to
is right
send
here.
me. Tell him to send me a little poem, 2 lines, and see if it tickles my fancy. Then it's a
Oh,
date.
well, all right. Or it might be in Punjabi, so good luck with that.
Oh God, I
Mari
need Google Translate.
Maria, thank you. Wham, Zao Live, thank you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming and listening to us. You're very
Yeah.
kind, very sweet. Please
Yep.
take care of
Absolutely fab.
yourselves. Okay, bye.
Absolutely. Annie D signing out. See you later. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.